And so last weekend was that big fight between Alexander Volkov and Alistair Overeem at the UFC Apex in Las Vegas. And, I've got to cop with you. That fight didn't really turn out the way that I had thought that it would, or at least the way that I hoped that it would. Now, story of my UFC fan career, so to speak. Oh God, what a thing to call it. But it didn't turn out quite the way that I wanted it to. I was really hoping that Alistair Overeem would come out with that and continue what a lot of people have been calling his final title push. And at age 39, he's about to turn 40. I think that was what we were watching, and unfortunately, Alexander Volkov, it looks like he's put a stop to that. It does look like at this stage of his career, there is a ceiling over top of Alistair Overeem's career, and that is the number 5 heavyweight in the world, which, of course, now he no longer is. I admit, I allowed myself to be taken in by the narrative of that final Alistair Overeem title push. And it does look like that is one thing that he's just not going to be able to add to his trophy case. I mean, he's had just about everything else that you can have as a fighter. He's been a K1 World Heavyweight Champion in kickboxing. He's been the Strikeforce World Heavyweight Champion when there was a Strikeforce to speak of. And it really doesn't look like he's going to replicate that particular bit of success in the UFC. That's a shame. If there was ever a more deserving fighter at heavyweight than Alistair Overeem, I couldn't think of very many. So Alistair Overeem has not announced his retirement, and in the UFC, really, it's one of those places in the world where almost anything can happen, especially for a fighter that is as skilled and as experienced as Alistair Overeem. But I think that we do have to accept that in all odds, his championship ambitions have probably come to a close.